So yeah, we're in Texas. But I can't. My my paycheck is gonna be like fucked because we can't get work anymore since it's so fucking cold. Um, I'm sure next week my where hours should be better, but the last 3-4 days I've only worked. I don't know how much I normally work, but this whole week, and we're at Friday now. I've only worked 8 hours, and normally, I think my let's see, I have a receipt here somewhere. What does this one say? Is this the one from today? Just my luck that I find the one that's from today. This isn't from today. This is from February 10th, which was 2 days ago. And it says we only got 4 hours, so that's impressive. What's this one from? I keep the receipts right now, so. Shit. This one, my. January 26th. I believe that fell on a Monday, so my hours that week were 5 hours, which already, since that's the beginning of the week, is pretty good. I can't find my other one. Oh, well, it's not. Wait, found one. I have a lot of these, apparently. Oh, this one is from today. Yep, the 8 hours. So, yeah, but it says my normal, actually that's the one from today, so that's not going to be helpful. Yeah, I get employee clock-out receipts, which is kind of cool. My usual is 18 hours, and I've only gotten 8, so that's 10 hours less. That's not good. So, ouch. Since the roads are so iced over, no one's coming to get food. And if no one's coming to get food, they can't keep me there because then they're paying more than they're gaining. Not really a good strategy. So either way, we really end up losing money in the long run. So everyone's been getting sent home after so long without people coming into the restaurant, which is usually half an hour to an hour. But hey, at the very least, I have a lot of free time now, a lot more free time. And normally, I don't get to take a hammer to a bunch of ice. I started, dude, my trash can was fucking frozen, and I dropped it, and I couldn't pick it up because it had frozen to the ground. It was really weird. It was heavy, it was hard to pick up because the handles were, whatever, so it was frozen to the ground. And then the wheels were stuck, so I went and got a mallet and started fucking going ham on it, and I unfroze it. I fucking hammered it back to room temperature, biatch. And so now I've been fighting a carpet. There's a carpet outside, and it got rained on, and then the carpet froze. So, I've been going to war with the carpet, and trying to unfreeze it. But the carpet proves to be a bit more tricky. I think the ice is inside of it because the water is inside of it when it froze. It's not just on top of it, it's inside of it. It's inside the little threads. So, problem. Problem spotted. Problem detected. But hey, I get to take a mouth to it and break off a bunch of ice. There's like 4 pounds of ice on it, dude. That's not, it wasn't too heavy to lift up, but damn, that's, it's a lot of ice. Yeesh. Yee yee. So, yeah, straight up, I didn't even make it to work today. I went and called my workplace, and I was like, hey, the app is saying that the roads are icy. How's the parking lot at least? Because I can drive, but I can't park, or I can drive on ice, but I can't park on ice. And I didn't tell them that part. I was like, I just have someone else drive me up there. But they were like, let's put this in easier terms real quick. And so then they were like, you know, Mr. Freeze or Captain Cold. And I was like, oh, I see. And yeah, there seems to have been a few wrecks in the parking lot, which is unusual. I mean, it's not every day that you hit a stationary object. Unless the object was in motion and then it was stationary. In which case, yeah. But, yeah, apparently Mr. Freeze done got to the building. He's like, fucking Batman probably would too. And I do. So, I was at work, you know, as you do when you're 16 or older. And, well, I was talking about stress and about nightmares. Because I couldn't think of anything else to make conversation with, right? I'm kind of socially fucking stupid, alright? Let's be real. I think most people nowadays are. I don't know why that is. I used to be introverted, but now I feel more comfortable around people. Sort of, mostly. I mean, not the last few days because everyone's on edge, but... Anyways. So I'm like, well, I'm stressed out because my neighbor has a beehive that they don't want to do anything about. So she's like, I'm pretty sure that's illegal. Which I said, yeah, well, good luck arresting the bees or taking them in as evidence. So either way, that doesn't really help me. And she really didn't have a response for that, but I was like, what are you gonna do? I mean, can't get a warrant into the backyard. Yeah, they don't even go into the backyard anymore. And can you blame them? But what are you gonna do? Arrest the bees? You need evidence for a warrant. And I don't really think the situation calls for a warrant just yet. You can't really break into someone's house and get rid of bees. Maybe you can. Maybe you just need enough phone calls coming into the police department. So you can't gather evidence. Can't really arrest bees. Good luck with that. And how are you gonna you're gonna plug the hive and be like, yep, this is going into evidence. Like, what the fuck? Explain yourself. Explain yourself, But my mind is all over the place right now. I'm trying to come up with video ideas, but I'm like drained. So this little thing is all I have. WandaVision comes out in 2 days. I'm excited to see that. Episode 6. I hope there are 8 episodes. But I think there's just gonna be 7. It'd be good if they found like a way to stretch this out into 23 minutes or 23 episodes, like regular TV, but that it didn't feel like it was being stretched out into 23 episodes. But that's fucking impossible. So 10 episodes is what we're getting. That's pretty cool. If we get a Batman miniseries though, seriously, like 11 episodes, please. Find a good story, or do 2 stories, and wrap it into one. One story naturally leads into the other. Like around episode 4, the first story is at its halfway point, and then the second story starts building up too. You have the holiday killer from Long Halloween, and then suddenly you're doing Court of Owls. You're like, oh shit, the holiday killer is actually a Talon. And then after they get rid of the holiday killer, the Long Halloween stops at around episode 8, and then they focus on the Court of Owls for like the rest of the episodes. Boom, golden. WB, send the paycheck in the mail, please. Or don't, but seriously, that would be fucking sick. Thank you. Not that anyone's listening. Except they made a mobile game called Marvel Future Revolution. And that was the Days of Future Past game I talked about a little while ago. DOFP. I made a video about it. I was working on that. And now I'm not. I don't know, it could be a coincidence. When good ideas are supposed to happen, they generally happen. Although, still very different from my game. It's just very fucking weird. There was no way that by the time my video got out, that they just managed to put the game out, but they made it a mobile game. Mine would have been everywhere else, maybe? It could have been on mobile, fuck, I don't know, but... But, yeah, that's where life is at right now. I've been thinking about some other games I want to make, too, for, like, Marvel and DC and stuff. DC is kind of probably not going to happen. Marvel just licenses out games through, people with good reputations, I think. I don't really know what the criteria is. But they license out their games. WB mostly makes them in-house. So, I have a chance with Marvel. You know, maybe like 1 million to 3, if that's even a proper thing. I don't really know how that those calculations work, but it'd be marginally easier than winning the lottery. Now, if I were to, excuse me, go to DC, it'd probably be 2 million to 4. I'd have to win the lottery twice. I'm just saying. Hey, but if I do win the lottery twice, I can hire a team. That TV show I'm working on, the Earth. Did I say anything about that already? Yeah, it was my Future Endeavors video, I think.
In a last-ditch effort,
fuck, which one?
the whole planet.
I don't know. I'm working on like a low-budget TV series, but the budget is gonna go through the fucking roof for just the fucking equipment that I need. Let alone the people to actually be in it. I think I'm just gonna get like
how surprisingly clever of him.
2 actors, like a bunch of extras that I only have to pay like
Now that Earth's gone, that means the Dragon Balls are gone too.
725 times 2. I'm blanking on the answer for that one. That's 1450.
Sounds about right.
Man, this sucks.
And I need a prosthetics team for. We're
We're
cutting that part because I just gave it away.
Are you
I
ready to
fucking
make
just
this
gave it
right,
away.
then?
Huh?
It's fine. People probably forget about this.
Because of your own rather than making short work.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna cut that.
You had too much fun with the
Yeah,
fight and
this
got
whole thing is a
carried.
mystery. It's about a mystery. I need to keep the mystery alive,
So try not to mess things up this time.
so I shouldn't
Destroy
probably say too
Frieza
much.
and send
It
him
wasn't
back
like
to
about
hell.
mystery initially, but now I've rewritten the first episode to match that, and I hadn't worked on the second episode yet. I have writer's block on like everything I'm doing. I get like halfway, and then I fucking lose it. I don't know what the deal is. So I'm gonna go and read a bunch of comic books. That should help me figure it out. Not that I necessarily rip off comic books. I mean, these are all original ideas, except for Days of Future Past, but that's an expansion on someone else's idea, and I'm taking liberties, so it's mostly my idea. But the foundation was someone else's work, which they will be credited, of course, if that ever happens. But the zombie thing, that's inspired by a video game that I shouldn't go into too much detail on, to keep the mystery alive. But it's not based on a video game. A lot of the core ideas from it will, you can think of it as like, not really a ripoff or a dollar store version. I don't know what do they call it? A homage to that shit, right? I will say, not that anyone's listening, again, fake it till you make it, that, I mean, I do have 100 people, but my views don't represent that, so. I still haven't made that 100 subscriber video that I wanted to do.
It'll do.
But this TV show, not TV show, well, it doesn't have, I'm gonna make everything, and then, maybe I shouldn't make everything? No, I'm gonna make everything, and then see if a TV, or if a company wants to take it or something. Yeah, so I'll get the budget together, because I'm like, dude, I want to put it on YouTube, but I kind of don't. I want to get a return on my investment. And also, if I put it on YouTube, that kind of devalues the whole thing. I could give it to Netflix. Or Disney. Nah, Disney doesn't want it. But, yeah, I need to find someone who'd want to take it. And then I need to figure out who wants to make it. Who wants to make it. How I'm going to make it. I know who wants to make it. That would be me. Thank you very much. I already done scripted out the whole first fucking episode. They need to find actors. I may have to add some scenes that aren't in the script. Just to see what flows better. And maybe make the characters pop out more. Which is hard to do in 15-minute episodes, but that's all the budget calls for. Dude, the budget's gonna be like $44,000, and that's not much. I don't have $44,000.
I'm still looking. Wait here. I'll arrange for you to be taken to safety.
Indeed. So yeah. Suppose I could crowdsource the thing, but I need some sort of proof of concept. We shall see. You guys let me know what I should do about this, because this is going to be a lot. I'm not wanting donations. That's not what I'm saying here. I think I'm just going to fund it with my work money, but that's going to take forever on minimum wage. Dude, took me 4 months to get a PlayStation 4. So, fuck.
Don't make me crack your skull and look for the answer
Yeah.
inside. The right choice.
Y'all hearing that? Apparently it's shenanigans in the next room over, but yeah, it's not captured on the audio, so don't bother looking for it. Yeah, the show though, 4 episodes, each 15 minutes, a quarter hour. So it'll make up a full hour. That's all the budget calls for. But yeah, I'm thinking like a real mini-series, like a real mini-series. I don't know, even... Maybe I should just release it as a movie. Because now the more I'm thinking about it, if I need to put it somewhere, it's not going to go up on. No, I think 15 minutes will be fine. I just gotta spread the episodes out. I think all the episodes would come out in the same week. You have one on Monday, you have one on Wednesday, one on Friday, and then one on Sunday. Yeah, so I gotta figure out the whole game plan with that. You guys let me know what you think, and we'll see what happens. I really hope this happens, but I don't know. I'm thinking it will be easy just to... Yeah. So I have some games that I want to do. Several Marvel, several DC, but beyond that, I have more realistic goals. By no means am I just going to give up on the Marvel and DC stuff, but if that doesn't happen, I have stuff that I can do right off the bat. I'm going to be making a turn-based RPG, hopefully, and a beat-em-up style game, hopefully. Just something I can use like pixel art, stuff like that, and in the turn-based game, I'm just gonna say it's got awesome elements that I think would be really cool. Gameplay-wise, I haven't thought of anything yet, but I mean it's a turn-based RPG. I can do something cool with it, but the story gonna make really good, I hope, and certain things outside of combat are gonna be really cool. Maybe I can throw in some puzzles too, some Resident Evil style puzzles. Well, thank you for coming to my TED Talk and signing out. Bye. I have a question for you. It's not often that I start a video posing a question, but that's how you know that this shit's serious. What do you think the ideal function of a government is? Like, obviously they have to run their things, they have to prevent World War III, they have to... But... what do you think they should be doing? You think they should be getting rich, filling their pockets, or should help the people that they sort of look over? Might ignore those noises. In my opinion, government should help the people they look over, do whatever they have to do for the country, and whatever local areas, you know, get compensated in an alright capacity for what they're doing. Not become a fucking millionaire though. That's ridiculous. Or the they should take care of their people, right? Well, the mayor, I don't know his name, of... I'm gonna sound stupid, so I'm gonna look this up real quick. His name is Tim Boyd. Apparently, at the time of recording this, I just got word that he has been forced to resign. Not 100% sure if that's legit. I really should have looked into it before I told my... You know, when we're having these conversations, I bring in updates. So, I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna look into it after this video, but... Basically, he said... Not now. Let me hurt some feelings while I have a minute. No one owes you or your family... Alright, and you are your family. You or your family anything, nor is it the local government's responsibility to support you during these trying times. Like this. Sink or swim, it's your choice. The city and county, along with the power providers or any other service, owes you nothing. I am sick and tired of people looking for a damn handout. If you don't have electricity, you step up and come up with a game plan to keep your family warm and safe. If you have no water, you deal without. And think outside of the box. Sorry guys, I have dyslexia. Think outside of the box to survive. And supply water to your family. If you are sitting at home in the cold because you have no power and are sitting there waiting for someone to come rescue you because you're lazy is a direct result of your raising. Only the strong will survive and the weak will perish. Folks, God has given us the tools to support ourselves in times like this. This is sadly a product of a socialist government where they feed people to believe that the few will work and others will become dependent for handouts. Am I sorry that you have to be dealing without electricity and water? Yes, but I'll be damned if I'm going to provide for anyone that is capable of doing it themselves. We have lost sight of those in need and those that take advantage of the system and meshed them into one group. Bottom line, quit crying and looking for a handout. Get off your ass and take care of your own family. Bottom line, don't a part of a problem, be a part of the solution. Don't be a part of the problem, be a part of the solution. So, this guy is kind of fucking... Can I download this? Yeah, because I can use that later. Tim Boyd. Thankfully, this mayor of Colorado City, Texas, was just forced to resign as his constituents freeze in darkened houses. But honestly, it's as if the whole concept of civilization has to be reinvented for these cruel Republican ignorant... Yeah. Let's bunch a group of people instead of just this one guy into it real quick, why don't we? But yeah, the mayor of Colorado City, Texas, kind of a jackass, if you ask me. I think that is exactly the... Why the fuck do you control everything? We don't have electricity, right? That's supposed to be provided by you. We're paying, so it's not a handout if we're paying for it from you, right? Yet when it goes out and we're still paying you, just having you fix the problem is a handout. When your water isn't fucking working, and our families need water, and we have to go to you, and we're paying you, and it shuts down, we're still giving you money. I mean, I don't live in Colorado City, but I live in Texas, so I can feel that. I'm giving you money, and you're not giving me the product. I know it's complicated. It's not this black and white, but I'm just saying. It's a handout. It's considered a handout when you actually give me what I'm paying for. I'm sorry, you want to fucking run that by me again? The government isn't going to take care of me? If they're not going to take care of me, why the fuck am I paying attention to their rules? Wait, I'm sorry. Why don't we go ahead and just disband the police, because that's their whole purpose. And we'll, you know, cancel your bodyguards or whatever. And when you get shot, well, you should see that maybe someone won't hand out those bullets next time, jackass. I'm not inciting violence. I'm just proving a point. What he considers handouts, people like me consider necessities. And people like him probably do have bodyguards. I mean, then again, maybe not. I don't really know anything about my own mayor, but Tim Boyd being a jackass, you better believe I knew that. I don't understand how this happens. What exactly do you do? What is your purpose? I legit don't understand. What are you supposed to do? If not, take care of the people you are. I don't have a better word for it, but ruling over. What is the purpose of being a mayor? What is the purpose of having police? What is the purpose of having fire? Quite simply, to take care of the people in your community, in your city, in your state, in your country. So what the fuck are you talking about? No one's looking for handouts, they're looking for necessities to survive. And on top of that, they're paying you for them. I mean, what are you expecting, exactly? If we ran, we have a generator assuming power goes out, but temperatures are so cold that the generator will freeze over. We're not reaching sub-zero temperatures or anything like that, but my car froze over while it was on. It was on, and then suddenly it wasn't. I've had to cancel from work. So, you wanna let me know what the fuck you're talking about, sir? Yeah, he's been forced to resign, thankfully, so... Well, actually, I should look into that before I go with it. So yeah, I had to go talk to family for a little bit, but unfortunately there's some collateral damage. I don't know who his wife worked for, but apparently she's been fired. I believe it was independent, and that company, or whatever, did not want to be associated with the last name. So his mouth got both of them in trouble, which is not alright at all. He should have repercussions. She should be fine to stay wherever she's at. But I found the dude copy-pasted what he said. So he posted onto Facebook first, and then he posted it again onto Twitter. Effectively, he said the same boneheaded statement twice. Which, while not necessarily... No, actually, yes, he basically doubled down on it. So, yeah. The collateral damage, not great, but you can't say that shit and expect everything to be hunky-dory. I don't think your livelihood should be taken away from you just because you said something stupid, in most instances. But I mean, if a cop says something stupid, then that cop should be terminated, right? If I said something stupid on behalf of my employer, I should be terminated. If I make some sort of political statement that, you know, people disagree with, and that gets me fired from McAllister's, that, you know, that would be, very not cool. But if I said half of what Gina Carano said, I guess, since she's been fired from The Mandalorian, they might have a bit more of a leg to stand on. But, all in all, if I make some boneheaded statement, I should still have my job. But when you're part of a local government and you make a boneheaded statement, well, that just shows that you're not fit to be in that position. Am I fit to be in that position? Fuck no, probably not. At least I'm not over here masquerading as someone who is. Now, should he be able to go get a job as in any other position? I haven't seen the dude, but probably. Not president or anything where he's got to be like, fucking, and whatever it was. The other thing is not him personally, but the laws of living in a city versus a country, they regulate how you get stuff. So they regulate how you get water, and they regulate how you get electricity. So you have to go through them. Which is why this isn't a fucking handout. And also I think that he shows a lack of understanding of what it is that he's doing. He calls that a handout, but you can go to Walmart and get some water, right? Sure, but electricity? If you have a solar panel, you're fine, I guess. But you can't get the same amount of paneling that you could if you were off the grid. And you can't go off the grid because you have to go through them. If something happened and we were living out in the country, yeah, you gotta... That's a problem, right? That's a problem. That's on us. We have to take care of each other. That's on us. But we live out in the city where your fucking... whatever, your regulations are making sure that we have to go through you. And then we can't go through you because you're having issues. And when you have an issue, that trickles down to everyone. So when you can't supply what we're paying for, well, fuck, we would love to do it ourselves, but due to the law and regulations, we fucking can't do it by ourselves. We're not the one who's supposed to be getting off our ass. You're the one sitting on your fucking throne as you watch your peasants kill each other. Or die. You know, curl up and die next to the bed. Trying to get warm. So, that's basically what's happening here. That's the gist of it. This one's a pretty serious topic. It's not the worst because it seems like the situation is already resolving itself. But it's still something that has to be said. So, normally I wouldn't use names or faces in my thumbnails and stuff like that, or my videos and stuff, but he's a public figure, so I can totally do that. He was mayor, now he's not, and I think he's dug himself into that hole where he's at. The collateral damage that this has trickled down to, that with anyone sharing his last name, that's a problem, and that is unacceptable on behalf of whoever fired his wife. His firing, though, totally called for. It's rare that I call... Look, we had a nurse. She's not a public figure, so I'm not going to say any names. But she came in. My brother, as you guys know, he's disabled, and everyone in this family has a fucking disability, I'm going to be honest with you. But my brother has it, a lot of them. He needs round-the-care nursing. Or around-the-clock nursing. And we had one. And so he's self-abusive. We had a nurse come in today. Not today. A while ago. Like 2 weeks ago. And she didn't do anything whatsoever. She just sat there. She gave him his feedings and his meds. And she only has to do that twice. So she's getting paid to take care of my brother, but she's not doing anything. He's sitting there hitting himself. She has his helmet on backwards. So he's got it's covering his eyes and the strap is in his mouth. I have to go in there and fix it. And you know what I figured? I don't know how the fuck you thought that fit on there alright, but that's fine. It got so bad, she said she hated cats. She said she was scared of dogs, but hated cats. And I was like, I'm sorry? You fucking what? Like, I know some people now who have some actual children, human children. To me, that's them, and you can't just come in here and say, oh yeah, I fucking hate your kid. Alright? That's unacceptable. I don't really know how to take care of a human, but I would take a bullet for my dog or my cat, and so just to having to lock them up for the 4 hours that she was here, it wasn't working. I don't know that she should be fired, because this wasn't what she was hired to do anyways. But she definitely needed something. She needed a reminder, hey, this is not how you do your fucking job. Same thing goes here with the... Same thing goes here with this mayor. Is he's not doing his job right. He shows a lack of understanding of what his job is. I mean, when you call... When you're regulating shit and you call it a handout, that shows either you're an asshole or you don't understand what it is you're supposed to be doing. In his case, I think maybe a little bit of both. I'm not really sure. The way that guy phrased, I mean, he said the strong will survive and the weak would perish. Dog. It would be great if the weak could get stronger, but you can't. Your whole point is to make sure everyone stays on top. And for you just to abandon the weak, I'm sorry, that's unacceptable. I know a lot of people who would be classified under weak, and it's not that they don't try, it's that they can't, right? My brother, like I mentioned earlier, what the fuck is he gonna do? So he can try, but there's nothing he could do. So, you know, he's basically, oh yeah, Michael, you'll be fine, but your brother, yeah, he's fucked. So yeah, you're supposed to take care of your people, and the people are supposed to take care of each other. You do whatever it is you feel like is in your job title, but in my opinion, that's what you're here for. If you can't do that, you need to leave. And yeah. So like I said, not an easy, not a fun video. I'm kind of like, unlike with most things, I guess, because this is something that kind of hits closer. What the fuck? Cancel? My phone was being weird. This hits closer to home, so I'm keeping my voice, I'm keeping my tone down, I'm keeping my energy low, but inside there's just a fucking, it's a massacre in here. I am pissed. So, let me know what you guys think if you heard about this, if you live in the Texas area. I'm not going to go into specifics. If you live in Texas, let me know. Or if you just heard about this story. Yeah, it's not like a huge thing on the internet, but it needs to be talked about. If this video gets 0 views, whatever, but yeah. This is one of those things in politics where I can without a doubt say I'm 100% right on my takes here. There's no questioning me. Like, if you have a different opinion, this is one of the few times where I could say, get the fuck out. Because having a different opinion could potentially cost lives. This isn't an opinion, this is a fact. If that's not their job, then we need to find someone, like if that's not what they're supposed to do, then we need to find someone to do that task. That's undeniable in my opinion. Growing up, I always thought, alright, so you support your government, they support you in return. They basically tell you what you can do in order to help you and everyone else around you. Personally, I think the government, again, should do whatever they need to do, and then help their people, and then get the fuck out of our lives. But this person seems to have wanted to do the opposite. He seems to have wanted to make himself the center of attention, and then, you know, just say basically, fuck you, I'm not going to do anything about your situation. There's no other opinion to have. This guy's in the wrong. Anyone who shares his opinion should be treated the same way as he's being treated. I mean, I would hope, again, your wife isn't fired for some stupid shit that you said, but yeah, that's the story today. I encourage someone to convince me that I'm wrong, because I want to see both sides of this. But a lot of the situation is as black and white as I've ever seen anything be. There was no one who was agreeing with this dude, because I'm Mario, or everyone who's watching him is Mario or Toad or Luigi, and that is Bowser, who's just kidnapped the princess once again. It doesn't get there's no gray area there. He kidnapped the princess, he's the bad guy. You go and rescue the princess, you're the good guy. There's no like, oh well, I kidnapped the princess because I need her magic to help my starving children. And guess what? This guy doesn't care about helping his starving children. He's letting them starve. He's telling them that they're not getting any fucking handouts. So I encourage someone to fucking tell me I'm wrong. All right. But you better have a reason, or you can fear my wrath. Not that I have any fucking wrath, and I'm not trying to fucking threaten anybody. I'm just saying. Do you guys get my analogies here? Yeah, not a fun video to make, not an easy video to make. I'm trying to keep my energy down. You can see I'm ramping up a little bit here, so I've got to leave. Later.